What do you think about Charlie Kirk?
So I was 30 to 40 feet away when he got murdered. I obviously think it's a tragedy. It's horrific that happened to him. I obviously don't think he was like a good person. I disagree with him. Obviously, we have very opposing political ideologies. We debated on multiple circumstances. But obviously, I think it was a tragedy what happened to him.
Why wasn't he a good person?
Well, I believe that he was racist. I heavily disagree with his particular perspectives, like on Christianity, enforcing that in the law. So like obviously, I would point to like those things.
How was he racist?
Well, he was racist specifically because he said that people who are black, literally just flying planes, that he would think that they're unqualified just because they were flying the planes. And you're going to respond with, oh, well, he was just referencing DEI. But even in the instances where you're referencing DEI, you still have to meet certain qualifications to be able to be a pilot in the first place. You have to go through the licensing. You have to get all of that criteria in the first place. So an airline having specific determinations on who can be the specific pilot does not change whether or not they're qualified. So I'm questioning that they're qualified, I think in of itself, just because of the fact that they're black, is definitely racist. I can point to other circumstances as well.
Okay, so Parker debunked his own argument via claiming he was a racist, but then immediately concedes that Charlie was in fact not referencing black people in Pacific, but DEI itself, and runs to like try to substantiate his claim of Charlie being racist by arguing that United Airlines has specific qualifications that pilots needs to meet. But like that's the very thing in question on whether or not those standards are relaxed or not. So this means he is just begging the question, since his claim of Charlie being racist is just being assumed by the very thing in question, which is DEI, hence a circle. Only way it wouldn't be is if he proves that Charlie had the knowledge in which those standards in questions were in fact not powered by DEI, which we all know he can't. If Charlie was actually racist, he wouldn't have been trying to fight for equal people or equality for all people via their qualities being predicated on their merit and not their skin color, and try to destroy the social construct of race by pointing out that how it's not based in DNA, but is just based off of the melanin of the skin.
Give me one thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. If you look at DNA independently in a science laboratory, they cannot distinguish between a black person or a white person if they look at just the DNA, because the only difference is the melanin. It has been disproven. Race is a social construct that I want to break out.
But this isn't the only time that Parker here has actually utilized fallacious arguments. He did it multiple times when debating Charlie in the Jubilee video.
Is church a scam?
No, because church is honoring the divine and the eternal and the good and the true and the beautiful. Is college?
But it deceives people because you give a promise of
Well, hold on.
everlasting.
Well,
Define a man.
You're looking at one XY chromosomes and a.
Okay, but
adult male.
does God the Father have XY chromosomes
Okay,
prior to incarnation?
We literally have a religious
he's
topic
a
later.
father and he's him, but he's.
But yeah, Parker, if you're watching this, let's debate live. Hit me up and let's debate live on whether or not Charlie Kirk was actually racist or not. Since earlier you said that there was many other instances in which made you believe that he was. So yeah, let's do it.